Welcome to the Magnify Your Miracles podcast. Get ready to be inspired, uplifted, and connected to the miraculous energy of unconditional love that I call Mother Mary. If you're a highly sensitive, highly creative entrepreneur or light worker, and you want to magnify your impact and your intuition, you are in the right place. I'm your host, Reverend Frances Faden, interfaith minister, intuitive coach, and author of Meditation is Friendship with God. I can't wait to share miraculous stories, books, meditations, messages, and interviews with other miraculous light workers just like you. Are you ready to magnify your miracles? What are we waiting for? Let's get started. Hello, my miraculous friend, and welcome to another episode of the Magnify Your Miracles podcast. This is Reverend Frances Faden. I'm so grateful that we get to spend this time together today, because today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, a little bit outside the box. Going to be doing a message, channeled message, and a little bit of a guided meditation for Easter with the energy of the cosmic Christ. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a moment, but let's get ourselves ready to have this experience by taking a few deep breaths together. Just getting ourselves grounded and centered. If you are driving, please keep your eyes open, but you can still bring your awareness to your breath. Breathing in the energy of expansion, breathing out anything that you no longer need. And just allowing yourself to imagine that you have already received the inspiration, the guidance, the insight that you could really, really use today. Whatever it is that would bless you abundantly. Just let yourself feel that you've already received it. And just feeling that gratitude, knowing that that's exactly what will be happening today. Let's take one more deep breath together in gratitude, and we can begin. All right, well, welcome once again, my friend, and I'm so grateful to be here and to be connecting with you. I am recording this in the month of March of 2021 at the very end, which is the week of Holy Week, the week before Easter Sunday. And I asked Mother Mary, what would you like me to share with people today? What would the listeners really benefit from? And she guided me to work with offering you a channeled message and a guided meditation with the being that I like to call the cosmic Christ. And the cosmic Christ, let me tell you a little bit about this energy. Ever since I've been working with Mother Mary's energy, she's gifted me the ability to channel any divine beings. And of course, whenever we see Mother Mary, we know that Jesus is not far behind. Whenever we connect with one energy, usually the other one is also present. Now, I was raised Catholic, and I'm an interfaith minister now. I don't consider myself Catholic anymore. And I will be perfectly honest with you. I feel like the name Jesus has been used in really negative ways for people, although I have my own personal deep devotion to the being, the man, the energy that was and is Jesus the Christ. But I've also started to tune into what Saint Teresa of Avila called the formless Christ. That being that is beyond name, is beyond gender, is beyond personality. You know, Saint Teresa of Avila, who was a doctor of the Catholic Church, was the one who wrote the book, The Interior Castle, and started to understand in her theology the energy of the chakras. There's 7 of these interior castles. And if you read that book closely, you will see that each one of those castles corresponds to one of the 7 chakras, which also correspond to the 7 levels of consciousness or the 7 levels of awakening. Now, she was going through this on her own. Nobody was guiding her. And she got to a point where she encountered what she called the formless Christ. Now, remember, she was a Catholic nun, very devoted, very disciplined, very much steeped in that catechism, that theology at the time. And yet her own inner exploration and her own meditation led her to this more universal energy. So she went beyond the personality that we call Jesus to this energy, which, in my opinion, Jesus fully embodied Christ consciousness. He became that energy. He was that energy. Now, I'm not here to convince you of anything. Please know. I'm also not here to dispute anything, but I am here to share with you my experience. And in my experience, that light of Christ is in all of us. It is that spark of the divine that is present in each and every one of us. And when we are fully awakened, as they would say in the East, when we are self-realized, when we are awakened, however you want to say it, one of the things that we can say is that we have reached this level of Christ consciousness, and there may even be levels beyond that. I don't know, it's possible, but what I know is that this energy is an energy that is very, very accessible for us. And so you might like to call this energy Jesus. That's fine. You might want to call this energy Christ. That's fine. I call this energy the cosmic Christ. And whenever I see him, we'll see how he comes to me today, but usually he's in this beautiful field of purple light, purple with gold all around. And he looks like he's wearing these beautiful royal purple robes, and his face is completely white light. And you can feel the kindness and the compassion that pours from him. And that's how I identify. Now, there's nothing wrong with if you wanted to say, oh, yeah, that's Jesus, that would be fine. It would actually even be accurate. Just as when I say, oh, that's Mother Mary, what I'm really saying is I'm tapping into the field of unconditional love, the feminine expression of the field of unconditional love. I feel like the cosmic Christ is the masculine expression of the field of unconditional love. You can give it a name if you totally would like to. That's absolutely fine. The reason I don't is just because I feel like a lot of people have had negative experiences, and it also can bring up a lot of energy in other people who are very attached to that name. And you know what? It can kind of just get in the way. And so rather than getting all caught up in that, what I would like you and I to do today is let's just experience it for ourselves. And then you can decide. You can decide what this energy is. So let me find for you what the energy of the cosmic Christ wants to tell us. First, we're going to do a little bit of a channeled message. And then we're going to do a bit of a guided meditation. We're actually going to kind of do them both at the same time. So again, if you're driving, now is not the time to do this meditation, because I am going to ask you to sit in a comfortable position with your eyes closed, focused on your breathing. And we're going to be using the God-given power of imagination known as the mind's eye. And in that mind's eye, I'm going to ask you to see and feel a little ball of golden light right in the middle of the chest area. Breathing in, as you are breathing in, you're breathing in the energy of expansion, breathing out anything that you no longer need. And as you are breathing, you're seeing this little ball of golden light expanding. And as this beautiful golden light is expanding in your chest, we are seeing in our mind's eye that we are also expanding this circle of white light that is around us. Until we see ourselves sitting right in the center of this huge circle of white light, as we feel that beautiful golden light filling the entire chest area, front and back, inside and out. We know that this beautiful frequency, this is the energy that our higher self lives in at all times. We're just simply increasing our awareness of it. So let's keep that process going. On the next inhalation, allow that energy to move rapidly throughout the body temple, down the arms, down the body, down the legs, up the neck, into the head, until you see yourself completely filled with this beautiful, radiant golden light. Every cell of your body temple shimmering with this beautiful light. Now, this frequency is the frequency of truth. It's the frequency that you are, where you experience your oneness with the divine, is a very high spiritual frequency. And I'm going to ask you now, that mind's eye, to let yourself see that energy moving beyond the body and into your energy field, until you can see and feel yourself as a beautiful sphere of golden light. Now, I believe this is the truth of who we are, and this is how we look in reality, especially when we let go of the body at the end of this lifetime. I believe that we are going to look like this beautiful golden sphere of light. And as we have just done right now, we have raised our vibration individually and collectively. We also expand our awareness whenever we raise our vibration. I'm going to ask you to let yourself see and feel the energy that's standing right behind you, which is your beautiful guardian angel. We're going to ask your angel for two favors today. One is to act as your own personal divine amplifier to really bring alive all of your inner senses. And two is to connect his or her energy, the energy of everybody else that is now in our circle. And as you feel this, you feel yourself being transported from wherever you are into this beautiful room, this beautiful circle of brilliant white light. Feel yourself being supported and surrounded by all these beautiful beings, and that this circle of beautiful golden light beings is surrounded by beautiful white light beings, which are all of our guardian angels now, into the sacred space that we have just created. I'm going to invoke the energy. We're actually going to do this together. I'm going to invoke the energy of the four archangels and then the energy of the cosmic Christ. I'm going to say my prayer out loud, and you are welcome to say your own prayer with me. Mother, Father, God, great Spirit of the universe, we give thanks for this time together, for our message and our meditation with the cosmic Christ. We're asking that each one of us has our inner eyes, ears, and hearts open as wide as possible, that we're able to truly see, hear, feel, and know his presence as it's being revealed to us. Of course, we know because we live in a beautiful circle of brilliant white light, and we are welcoming in all the beings that want to support us. We specifically and lovingly welcome in the energy of the four archangels. So right now, let's welcome in Michael, Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel, creating this beautiful cross pattern into which we can invoke the presence of the cosmic Christ. So I specifically and lovingly, very gratefully and respectfully invoke the presence of our own beloved Christ to be with us and to share his wisdom and his guidance and his light and his energy and his healing, all the wonderful qualities he embodies when he comes to be with us. So I'm going to turn everything over to him, begin by saying amen. And we can see this huge light coming down into the middle of our circle as he is making his presence known. And it is, again, he is wearing the beautiful royal purple robe with the beautiful gold stitching all around the sides and gold threads all throughout the body of this garment that he is wearing. And he's wanting me to say to you that he's coming to you, yes, as the cosmic Christ, but mostly he's coming to you as the risen Christ, the Christ who is transformed, the Christ who has overcome the darkest of events. And so the very first message I'm going to share with you from Christ is that no matter what you're going through now, whether you're going through a dark time, a heavy time, a challenging time, a time where you feel like you don't understand what's happening or why, you might be experiencing a health challenge, a financial challenge, relationship, career, creativity, with your children, with your spouse, with your parents, whatever it is. The first message is to know that you're not alone. You're not alone. He's wanting me to share with you during this beautiful Holy Week time as we prepare for the Good Friday energy, the Holy Saturday, and the Easter Sunday miracle, the overcoming, the resurrection that he's sharing with me. And again, not asking you to believe this, I'm just sharing what I'm being given here. Is that one of the purposes of this process that he undergoes is to show all of us that no matter what the challenges are, physical challenges, emotional challenges, mental challenges, spiritual challenges, that he was tried on all levels, physically, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. We know that on Holy Thursday, He is asking God to change the plan because he wants to go down a different road if it's possible. And then he gathers himself up again and says, not my will, but thy will. And while he's going through the hardest part of his process, he calls out to God, why have you forsaken me? Because many of us feel that way when we love God and we do the best we can to live in accordance with that love and to really honor our spiritual path and to really honor the divine as best as we can. And yet things happen, unexpected things, painful things, things we didn't plan for, things we don't know how to respond to. And Christ is saying to me, one of the reasons that I experienced all of these things is to show you that you can experience them and you can also overcome them, that none of it defines who you are. So he's asking me now to take you through a bit of a guided meditation. And he's wanting you to think about, what is your problem? Do you have a long-standing problem? Do you have something that feels as if it's beyond hope? Because the energy of Good Friday is that energy. It's the energy of something going beyond what we think is able to be healed, that's beyond what we think is possible. And we all have something. And for you, it might not be a problem. Maybe it's a dream that you have. Maybe you have a dream. Maybe you want to have a family and you've been told that you're beyond the age that you can have a family or something like that. Who knows? Maybe it's not something negative. Maybe it's something positive. But you have been told, oh, it's too late. You're beyond what's possible. That's the energy of Good Friday. Good Friday is when all hope is lost. When what we believed and what we could see with our eyes looks hopeless. It looks more than hopeless. It looks like it's over. End of the story. And imagine, if you will, that that's your dream or your challenge that was up on that cross. Just when you thought, I have found an answer, I found a solution, things are going to work out for me, something pops up and makes you doubt, or even worse, lose hope. And we can be like the disciples, we can run away in fear. We can be like the women at the foot of the cross who, even despite appearances, stay faithful. As your dream or your problem or your challenge, whatever it is laid in that tomb. And then that tomb is sealed with a rock, a huge stone that takes several big soldiers to put in place. And once it's in place and it's not going anywhere. And then we have our time on Holy Saturday where we grieve and we think, what can be done? Everything that I thought doesn't seem to be happening. I thought I'd be healed by now. I thought I was on the road to recovery. I thought I was going to get that job, that raise, so I can take care of my family and myself. But it didn't come. And we're in the Holy Saturday energy now, grieving, questioning, wondering, was I wrong? Was I mistaken? Did I misinterpret? God says that God is a God of love, and that I was going to do even greater things than he was going to do. And how is that even possible? Was it just all talk? What was it that was happening? And then we wake up on Sunday morning and we hear someone outside the door. And we open that door and we look, and it's Mary Magdalene. And we see her with her arms filled with bottles of oils and other things that she needs to finish the process of taking care of the body. And we ask her, can we go with her? Because we feel like we need to do something. We need to do something because we feel so helpless. Mary Magdalene says, come with me. Come with me. We must tend to that which we believe is lost. We must tend to that which we believe has died. Because even in the darkest times, in the times when all hope is lost, Mary Magdalene still is looking for a way to serve the light, to serve the energy of love. And we go with her, knowing that inside of that tomb is your dream, your hope, your challenge, whatever it is. But this time, we see the energy of Christ standing outside of that tomb. And the stone is still there. And we recognize him because he's wearing his beautiful purple robe, and his face is completely white light. And he says to you, come to me and do not be afraid, because this day is your day. It is your energy that will be resurrected. It's your dream. It's your hope. It's your healing that will be resurrected. And let yourself look right into the eyes of the cosmic Christ as he is radiating out the energy of love to you, unconditional love. And you feel your body becoming stronger and stronger as you're filled with that light. And he guides you over to the huge stone that is in the exact same place it was on Friday. And he asks you the question that he asked so many in the gospel. He asks you, do you want to be well? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to be prosperous? Do you want to know love? Do you want to succeed? Do you want to say yes to your dream? Whatever it is for you, he always asks us first. And I'll let you take a moment and decide. Do you truly desire the thing that you say you do? Whatever it is. the answer to the challenge, the dream that you would love to experience, whatever it is, you can answer him. And just as he says to the man who is by the pool of water, pick up your mat and go, he says to you, roll away this stone and live. And let yourself feel in your mind's eye, your hands against that stone. Feel the coolness of that stone in the cool of the morning on Easter morning. And you notice how you thought this stone was going to be heavy, but you are filled with the light of Christ. And you just push that stone and it tumbles away down into the valley. And you can hear it fall, thud, in the distance. And as you turn around to look inside what we thought was this tomb, we see all these white doves flying out and all this white light pouring out. We hear the energy of angels singing in the background. That which was dead is now living, because with God all things are possible. And he puts his hands on your shoulders and looks right into your eyes and says, never settle for just enough. Never settle for what you think might be possible. Hold God accountable. Ask God to roll away that stone whenever you feel that you have encountered a stone in your life. With God, with Christ, with light, with love, all things are possible. And now you're being asked to go in this beautiful cave, which is no longer a tomb, but is filled with light and life and music. And as you sit down in that beautiful tomb that has now become a sanctuary, your body, your mind, your spirit are filled with healing light. And you can come to this beautiful sanctuary anytime that you feel that you need an infusion of light, of love, of peace, of healing. And let yourself see the Christ coming and putting his hands right on the top of your head and giving you a beautiful blessing as his healing energy flows through your body temple, healing the physical, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, all the aspects of you coming back into perfect alignment and allowing his peace to be your peace, his light to be your light, his love to be your love. And just mentally offer a prayer of thanks, just saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now as you feel your body temple purified by this light, feeling that gratitude for this healing energy and this beautiful meditation, feeling his hand on your forehead, giving you a blessing right over your third eye, knowing that you can connect with him anytime. Offer your love and your gratitude to the cosmic Christ. And we are going to offer our collective thanks to him as we release him from our circle with love and with gratitude. We're going to say thank you to the angels and all the beings that were here. We're going to release them with love and with gratitude. And you're going to stay in this beautiful energy of peace and healing, filled with this beautiful light. As you ask your beautiful guardian angel to disconnect you from everyone else's energy, you feel yourself coming back into your home, back into your body, wherever you're listening to this call. And for just a few more moments, feel the energy around you. Start to recognize the energy that's around you, any sensations. You start to realize that you're back home in familiar surroundings. And as you start to tune into your body temple, notice that your body is being supported by a chair that you're sitting on. And let yourself in that mind's eye see and feel the energy of Mother Earth rushing up and connecting with the bottoms of your feet. Feel that grounding energy moving through the feet, into the ankles, up through your calves and into your knees, up through the thighs and into the hips. And then moving through the lower part of the torso, up the spine, into the middle and upper torso, down the arms, up the neck into the head, till you see and feel yourself completely filled with this beautiful, nurturing Mother Earth energy. Now, still holding on to that energy of peace and healing, but becoming more and more aware. It's a good time to move the body temple, move the fingers, move the toes, move the body, whatever way feels good for you. And taking one more deep breath with me. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. All right, my friend, I am so grateful to have spent this time with you, to share in the energy and the wisdom and the healing and the power of the cosmic Christ vibration. I truly hope that you enjoyed this time. If you did, it would be so helpful for me if you could leave me a review, a positive review on Apple Podcasts or wherever it is that you get your podcast from, or if you listen on YouTube, that would be great as well. And please also share it with your friends. I'm truly wishing you a very sacred Holy Week as we enter into this very powerful time of the year. That whatever it is in you that feels like it is lost, we will know that is actually restored, resurrected, and made even better than it was through the power of the divine, through the miraculous power of the divine. So as always, my friends, please remember that one of the keys to magnify your miracles is to remember that your miracle is already here. God bless you, my friend, and we'll talk with you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Magnify Your Miracles podcast. I'm so grateful to be able to spend this time with you. If you want even more inspiration, feel free to visit my website, francisfaden.com or magnifyyourmiracles.com. And if you did enjoy this episode, I would really appreciate it if you left a review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever it is that you connect with awesome podcasts. Remember, the key to magnifying your miracles is remembering that your miracle is already here.